Hello there and welcome to my third YouTube video. This is a tutorial on making the improved potion room. I did a guide video which was very well received. Thank you very much for all the nice comments. It really made me smile, and that's one of the reasons I've decided to do this tutorial. So yeah, and especially thanks to the 3 people who subscribed. I will try and do more videos, but time is limited. Anyway, on to part 1 of the tutorial. Okay, so step 1 to make the potion room is to dig out a big room. Basically it's 20 blocks by 20 blocks. So find a center line, go down 1, 2, 3, so this is my center point here. You actually only need 19 wide, so count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the same the other way. I've actually made mine 20, which means I've got a 2 block gap between here and the wall, whereas I haven't on the other side. And then obviously dig 20 blocks this way, and there'll be a 1 block gap between this and the wall again. To dig up to the ceiling, basically dig up as far as you can reach. So basically if I pop a block on the ceiling, I can dig that block but not the block up above it, so that's quite nice. That makes it nice and fast to do this. Then once you've done that, finding the center point and go to the back wall and count out 1, 2, 3, and then plant a centered row of 3 blocks, a space, another 3 blocks, a space, another 3 blocks, and then you want to do 4 blocks lining up the corners on each side, and then a space, another row, a space, another row, and again that side. And then towards the walls you then do this kind of step like that on each of the 3 of those, and that's the first stage. Okay, stage 2 is basically adding repeaters and torches. So I've done this bank of 4 and this bank of 4 already. I will now do the bank of 3 at the back. So we want repeaters facing out from the middle. These will be the reset repeaters, and then basically this row, the row nearest the back wall, put torches in between the blocks, and then repeaters facing away from the torches like that. Oops. And the only difference is on the ends of these rows of 4, put the repeater on a block sticking out here, and that's the only difference. Then the next thing is to put torches all along this row, second row here. So 1, 2, 3, and that's stage 2. Right, the third stage is to add these rows here. I've done it there and there, and the riser rows. I've done it on the left and at the back. So basically, to add the riser rows, pretty easy. Like that, and then put a torch on each of the blocks, like so. And then this row here, haven't done it here yet. Like that. Okay then, step 4 is to add the row of blocks and the pistons that will pull them up. I'm using mossy stone because that gives me the look that I like. So here you go, I've added the blocks on top of here, and then you just need to go up 2, and then put the mossy stone on top, and then just attach the pistons to the bottom of the mossy stone like this. Right, step 5 is to connect the reset line. So add cobblestone behind all of these repeaters here. So I've got to add 2 more there, and then just connect them all up with redstone like that, and bring it down to that block there. And then we need to cut it 1 lower there, and that's where that line goes. And then above here we need to put a block there and put some redstone on that, and above there will be the pressure plate, and next to it go the pistons. That will be step 6. Right, step 6 is to add the pistons that lock you in place. So I've just put dirt blocks to attach the pistons to, and then you can just get rid of the dirt blocks. Step 7 is to actually add the reset delay line. So basically dig a trench 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks away from the center line, including the center line, and 3 blocks back here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to the left of the center line, but only 2 blocks wide there. And add these 2 blocks here behind this repeater, and these 2 blocks here behind this repeater. We also need to get rid of this block and this block, and then add 1 block here. So it's slightly asymmetrical, but that was the easiest way to do it. So this line goes up there, up here and round and into that repeater to reset that, and this one simply comes down there. Now we're going to add all of the delayed reset repeaters. So you start here. It's a bit tricky to get them under there. Now I've built this bit, but you can still do it. So leave 1 gap here to connect them together, and just go all the way down. Oops. Just got to get them all pointing the right way, and leave another gap there. I haven't quite got enough, but you continue until you leave 2 spaces here, so the last one goes here. You need to set all of these repeaters to the maximum delay, except the last one, which you just leave alone. And basically you should end up with a gap here, so where these repeaters come to a gap, and that one there. And then you just connect the ends like so, that end, and then this end, and there we have it. We've got the delay line in. Step 8 is to add the pulse shortener, which goes here. So starting from this blank space, you just dig 1, 2, 3 blocks that way, and then 1, 2, 3 blocks that way, and dig that all out, and then 1 extra block in the middle at this end. And then, I mean, I suppose you could just not dig these 2 blocks out so you don't have to replace them, but I did. So you put the 2 blocks there. On the left hand side of the first block you put a torch, and on the right hand side of the second block you put another torch. In the middle you need to put a repeater, and then you connect the output of this torch onto that torch like that, and then delay lines come into this block here. So there's one goes off that direction and one goes off that direction, and we'll connect those in just a second. The delay on this repeater needs to be set to the to 3 ticks, so right click it twice. So this delay line comes out here. It doesn't actually matter exactly which pattern you choose to use. This just seemed fairly compact, and basically you should run it underneath these torches here, and then when they light up they will send power down this line. Alright, this one, yes, we don't want that torch anymore. Bring that this way. I need some more redstone. Just pop up here, grab some more. Yep, this project definitely uses a lot of redstone. So bring that to within 1 block of this this trench, and here you're going to need a repeater to extend the signal. The delay it introduces is fine, as long as you have these set like I've got them. So basically bring this round here, keep a 1 block gap between anything else, and then again underneath these torches here. So we've connected the resets from the left and right banks of latches now, and this will shorten the pulse so we don't have to wait. Right, step 9, we actually start adding in the floor of the potion room now. So go to these 3 pistons, and I'm using a nether brick block here, so add that there, and I'm using nether brick stairs on top of these pistons. So you want the stairs, it just allows you to see one of the buttons easier, so with the high part towards the middle, like that. And then you can fill in the rest of the floor using any kind of blocks or pattern you like. I'm just going to use sandstone for now. Okay, so I've used nether brick here, here, here and here, and then one here just to make this kind of triangle shape, and the rest is just sandstone. So basically from the middle point, which is here, and I'm going to put the pressure plate on there, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 forward and 1, 2 wide, and then there's just a gap in these corners here. So if you put the pressure plate there, when you step on it, those stairs should pop up like that. You've got everything correct. Okay, so step 10 is to start building up the walls of the potion room. So start with these corners here, and then you can just build along. I'm using nether brick for this, but you can change the colour scheme, feel free. And you go all the way back there. And at the front as well. And in the middle there will be some nether brick fence. I haven't got that on me at the moment, but this is where the buttons will sit. So you can start putting buttons on like that, and that's this step. Okay, when you finish putting 4 buttons on each side and 3 buttons at the back, just put a piece of nether fence there, pop a block on it, and another button goes on that, and that will be to cool the bottles. So that's slightly different to the others. And then all of the blocks with buttons on, they all need torches on the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and just go around and do that for all of these buttons, including this button here. Okay, step 11 is to actually enable the resets to work. So underneath the blocks with buttons, these ones, they've got torches on the back. We need to add torches underneath, on top of these blocks here. And then you need to add a piece of redstone here to connect the pulse shortener to the delay line. And then you should be able to test that when you press the button, the latch locks on until it's reset after a delay. So you should see the pulse going around the delay line. You can just about see it down there. And then when it comes back in, you'll hear and see the piston go back down and the latch is reset. Next thing to do is to connect the reset line. I've connected the one on the right to the bank of 3 latches at the back. This will need a repeater to just extend the signal. So put a repeater there, then bring the line, leaving a 1 block gap again. And I always seem to have put my torches to light the place up right in the way of where I need the signals. So all the way here and under these torches here. And then that will now reset the ones at the back. I pressed the button and it didn't reset because I hadn't connected the reset line. There we go. Right, step 12 is to build up the sides of the potion room. You can use any style you like. This is the style I've been using. I've done half of it. I'll show you how to build the rest of it. So basically use quite a lot of nether brick, so one there, one on top there, and then you need to go behind, build across like so, and then basically put the brewing stands in. So 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, two there if you want to do it the same way I'm doing it. And then a torch there, a torch there, nether brick fence there, and then on these blocks here you put these stone slabs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, and then the next one goes on top here, so we need to put some more nether brick, like so, and then a slab, and then the next slab goes on top there, and I need to put some nether brick behind there. This is a lot harder in survival mode than it is in creative mode. There's one there, and I need one behind there. I'll put that on later. So then the next thing, we need another row of nether brick, and I'm just about to run out of nether brick. And on here we put the nether brick stairs, and it just gives that kind of gap here, which I think looks quite nice. Right, nether brick stairs go on the side there, and then on this block here I've put nether brick fence, and when I get some more nether brick I'll fill in the holes, but that's basically how you construct this look. And then behind here we just build the mossy cobblestone to just sit right behind here. You can see how that works here, so I'll do that now. Right, so when you finish this step the room should look like this. Just missed a block there, and yeah, this is the look that I like, but obviously you can change it. What you can't do is put blocks behind these brewing stands on top of those torches. They won't work properly if you do. So as you can see, we've got a bit of a gap at the back here, but that will get filled in as we do the circuitry for this button, which currently does nothing.